Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to slide for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Game On is the name because of when we are talking about branding in the metaverse, we as event parks talking about a game-based branding. The reason, therefore, is it's a great combination because if you think about brands should be give your an emotion. Yeah, you should say, okay, for example, if I like skateboarding, I like Vans. Yeah, for me, it's an emotional connection between skateboarding and Vans. Yeah, and so we combine both because of there are some really good reasons. Therefore, if we have, for example, a learning branding solution, it's most of the case, then we have the learning as a goal, but not in front of the experience. Because if you want to learn something, you go for school. But if you want to learn something about a brand, you will have fun. Yeah. So we the learning is not in the focus of an experience, it's more under the line. Yeah? And then we have the part of the gamification. Most people don't understand that not all what is gaming is also gamification. Yesterday I talked about this in the example of Lufthansa Miles and More. Yeah, Lufthansa Miles and More is a gamification because you get some miles and then you get some more and then you have the next level and you get some more and you work on the next level and so on. This is the gamification effect. Yeah, it's the motivation to go to the next door. Then you have storytelling. Storytelling is really, really important also in the metaverse because if you read something, then you will forget. If you discover something and you have an emotional connection to what you discover, then you don't forget this emotional connection. Remember on your childhood, if you have any curious thing in your childhood, you cannot forget this in the whole life because it's a story, it's an emotion, and you have it in your brain, in your mind for the rest of your life. And really important is the direct feedback. If you have a game, a brand in a game, you do something and you get something back. Sometimes it's a good, sometimes it's bad. Yeah, but you get a direct feedback for that. So that's the reason why we decided to bring brands in the metaverse or to bring brands in a gamified metaverse. Can you switch to the next? Yes, okay, that's our slogan, play, create, learn. It's because of if you play, then you are able to create and you learn something. So, and that's our slogan as event parks with immersive and playful learning. We build emotional connection between the experiences and what you need to be learned. And now I will hand over to Engen because he has some really good benefits.
Yeah, thank you, Sandra. Concerning the benefits about game-based learning or also to be in games as a corporate is, for example, also practicing the real-world skills. For example, you can make a difference between soft skilling and hard skilling. This is also a topic what we have also in some game-based learning games what we have developed, what you will see a little bit later. And you can test and simulate everything in a safe environment, what is really, really great to do. Besides some prototyping and testing in real-world tools, for example, besides Microsoft 365 as an example. The next benefit is definitely an increased learning motivation. And we have a lot of studies who also prove this, that you have an increased learning motivation during gaming. because in games it is much more for you concerning the concentration, the how should I say it? The attraction to the topic is much higher than if you would learn it through a book or through a PowerPoint slide or something else. And in gaming, you really have a motivation, although you do not really see it by yourself. So you play a game, you do not really recognize that you are already in a high motivation status. So this is really a great factor, because that the knowledge what you gain in these games, or the information about a corporate, about a brand, what you gain is really huge. And you have not this aggressive tactic from corps, for example, who wants to attract you directly. Beside then, you have the benefit that the concentration, as I already said, learning through interaction is much higher, and you have a lot more of this. Then you also have, also what I already said in an example, the practice skills instead of just reading or listening. Because as you know, and this is also proved, everyone from us has different possibilities to learn, different situations how he can learn at his best as he need. For example, I'm good at listening, so I'll learn in an easier way in listening. I learn in an easier way when I try to use visual elements. I learn in an easier way when I try to want something in my hand and not only reading, for example. And in games, you can combine a lot of things. What you can include, you have listening, reading, do you have visual styles, designs, and so on. And so you have really great possibilities to have there for your practice skills to simulate a lot of fun things too, for example, also from corporates. We have also as a benefit the immersive way. Definitely, if you have, for example, also digital twins as a corporate, you have there an immersive way to learn, and much easier and simpler, and the people are not overwhelmed but also happier at the end. And only the thing is, you have to be careful with the moderation and hosting in these things, and how you guide those people through. But this user experience topic you have everywhere, and you have a sustainable knowledge creation. What we really mean with sustainable is you create it once and have an evergreen content, for example, and you can make also updates, different seasons, benefits, and many more. So you created it, you paste it online in a game, for example, in Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft, other games, what you want to, and you have always the possibility to gain this knowledge and experiences every time, and this in a sustainable way. So this is not a one-time creation, for example. Yeah, we want to show you also some facts before we start, then also with our showcases during our work, what we have done or what we have developed. This is everything what we tell you today is also from studies, what has been proven, where we can send you also the informations too. So you have a 20% confidence upskill from the learners. You have an improvement of the conceptual knowledge from 11%. You have an increased memory, and this is one of the major topics. For example, also in cybersecurity, you have a memory of at least minimum of 90% what you have done there, what you have learned. And if you think about cybersecurity topics, you make your security training, you go out of the training, and then you think, okay, what I have learned now, what is the thing what I have taken with me? And the problem always is you have an e-learning concept or slides or a lot of reading and tryings with some click dummies. But what is the thing what you have really in your memory? So this is not a lot of much things, but in a combination with gaming or in games, what you can reuse from the current platforms is up to 90%. And this is really a huge amount of memory what you gain there, what you have learned. The next thing is the appropriation of 20% more practical skills. And this is also a huge procedural way where you have been proven also from a lot of experience that you will have after some gaming experiences much more practical skills, and not only in team building or communication, so also in more hard skilling topics also. Yeah, what we also have are the next generations who will go into our work life in future. Also the Gen Z with 81% who play video games, also millennials and 77%, for example. Also the next younger ones with Gen Alpha, but a lot of people, and we do not really want to make here this difference between the generations, but a lot of corporates and people search for a job, for example, or want to learn in a new way. So you have already a huge amount, a lot of employees, a lot of people who are searching for jobs also, who are already playing video games, who are familiar with this on your smartphone, with Xbox, PlayStation, with Nintendo, with your desktop computer. It makes no difference. They are playing. And this is a great way to reuse, as already said, current platforms. And now I want to hand over to Sandra again.
Yes, of course. We have a lot of other facts because our main platforms for branding for companies are Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox. And so we decided to bring some figures today with you. We have, for example, in Minecraft, 165 million active monthly players. That's a huge amount, but a little bit more huge amount is 240 million active monthly players in Roblox. Since the last Roblox developer conference, we know the daily active user day figure, and this is 65 million per day active player. Yeah, that's a huge amount. And if we talk about Metaverse and we talk about how we can bring companies, brands in the Metaverse, we often talk about what is the community at this Metaverse platform where the companies are. For example, Decentraland. Decentraland is sure it's a professional Metaverse platform, but without community. And on the gaming platforms, you have the same opportunities to design worlds, to design brands, but you have much more community. And if you don't have a community on a Metaverse platform, you don't have visitors at the platform. So it's a really hard fact that it's clear if you don't have community on a platform, it's really important to engage the community in the platform. Can you go one back? Because we don't talk about.
Sorry, I thought
we don't
you made
talk about
the switch
Fortnite.
to this topic.
Yeah,
it's okay, Sandra.
if we talk about Minecraft or Roblox, we talk about the Generation Z and the Generation Alpha. But of course, there is another platform. And with Fortnite Creative, we have an immersive tool for generating more realistic worlds. And also there is a huge community. 231 million active monthly players are there. So when we talk about Metaverse and community, we talk about these three platforms, and we don't talk about Decentraland because there is less community. So now you can go forward.
Yeah.
And now we have some examples. These are not examples from us. It's only one example from us, and this is a Money Genius Explore Your Finance Skills. This work is currently in the beta version, and it's only for the Landesbank Baden-Württemberg. It's one of the huge banks in Germany, but the next version will come up at the end of October, and then it's Sparkassenfinanzverbund World in Roblox. And in a combination with the possibility that children can learn more about money and how money works and how they can work with money. And it's also a branded world, because there are a lot of possibilities to brand your company in a game. Yeah. But therefore, we have some other examples. Let's talk about other brands in Roblox. For example, we have Walmart. Walmart is a beautiful and a really, really viral Roblox world, where you can collect something and where you can buy something, and where you can see how Walmart works, and for example, what the values of Walmart are. Yeah. Another one, it's my children like this word. It's Nerf. Yeah. And since we are playing Nerf, the amount of Nerfs in our home increase. Yeah, because there are so lot Nerf stuff, and they want to buy this Nerf stuff in real world. Yeah, it's a wonderful example for how brands work in Roblox. And of course, Nike Land. Nike Land is one of the biggest and oldest branding platform in Roblox. And it's I think it's the third or fourth update now, and it's a lot of fun to play in the Nike world. And it's also a lot of fun to try out how the new stuff on the feed are in the game, and then I can decide to buy it in my real life. That's three wonderful or four wonderful possibilities. If you like, you can play this and can give us feedback about our or your experience in this platform. So please don't hesitate, try it out. It's really, really fun, and you can see how brands works. Engin, will you switch to the next one?
The next one is, for example, that you see also what has been done in Minecraft. We have here also an example from our side. This is Raiffeisenbank International. Together with the Raiffeisenbank, we have also created a Minecraft world for financial literacy, which is now in the second update phase. So we increased the whole Minecraft game that we reach an amount of 4 mini games in this area with Raiffeisen. And this includes, for example, financial literacy too, with 3 mini games. And the fourth game, what is new, is also more to be more inclusive, also for people who sit in a wheelchair, for example, and play a story in this game to handle their financial situation during the whole day, with daily activities and things what they are doing, for example. So the target is to bring this game also to the open marketplaces for Minecraft. This is something where we work on. We have it already also in combination with Minecraft Educational, that we bring this also into schools. And we have done it already also in Vienna, for example, with a school there with children who were 15. And yeah, there are also other things what you can see here now, for example, Minecraft and Burberry, who made a branding collaboration there. This was directly also for all platforms for Minecraft, also Lacoste, and what you see is the Math Mummy Mayhem. This is also in an educational way. So you have here also in Minecraft different possibilities what you can do. It depends on the use case, how the development and the end product can look like. So as also Sandra said before, the third platform is also Fortnite. In Fortnite, you see one picture. This is this one. You will see also this thing today. We will show you this then. Beside the other example, what we have done, you will see the Raiffeisen world, and you will see also Money Genius. We will show you these 3 platforms. But you see here also in Fortnite, there are huge brands. There, for example, Nike, MetaMarkt, and also Honda as an example, who made some games there. What our most increased target, for example, is at Fortnite with the corporate brand and as a digital twin, what you can put in there and bring your philosophy and culture there as a corporate, is also recruiting for the people who are from 18 to 27. in the talent attraction too. So you can make there also a combination between the real world and also the digital world. Yeah, these are these 3 platforms. And then we have, as we already said today, gaming meets business. This is also one part from our side, not only branding and recruiting or placing corporates in games. So there is here also the possibility with game-based learning, for example. And these things, what you're seeing now, soft skill trainings, training methods, and tech trainings are things what we already have done. So we have also done team development, communication training, conflict management, ideation and design thinking, problem solving, and so on. Also, we have there a huge amount of video streams, what we did also with corporates with soft skill trainings. We have also done training methods like Scrum. For example, with Vodafone, there is also a video what we can where you can find us also on YouTube, for example, what we have done live stream, also OKRs, or for example, Sandra now in Prague. In Praha yesterday, her presentation with Sabrina together with DevOps, for example, how you can train in Minecraft in a game-based learning way, DevOps. Also tech trainings with AI, artificial intelligence, also for cloud technology, cybersecurity, compliance, fraud, coding, and low coding. So are all topics what we already have done also within game-based learning solutions. The next thing is the sustainability topic, and then we will come to the showcases and also to the things where we can start also with Q&A and that you see the whole games. Why we have here the headline sustainability. We reuse current platforms who are already there. So it means you use things what is already here and you have not to invent something new. So the gaming platforms are already there. We already had this topic. We have a huge amount of a community, a huge amount of a usage and so on. But we have these things also at the platforms for development what we are using. The Unreal Engine is not new, but it receives every month updates. Unity to mixed reality extension, what we have done is a little bit lower now because the things what we have developed there has been a little bit changed. So we have more the focus to Unreal Engine and Unity at this moment. And the other platforms in the B2B sector, for example, what we are using are Spatial for mixed reality solutions with virtual reality glasses or without as a web-based solution. This platform is used also for digital twins, onboarding scenarios, and so on. We both are MVPs in the Microsoft 365 area. We reuse the whole platform also internally and also external. For example, corporates already have license systems or tools from the Microsoft 365 from the Microsoft 365 tools that we can reuse this everything. So we have not to invent something new, and also the NVIDIA Omniverse platform if it is necessary to create something new. Yeah, and then we have our USP, Sandra, and I will give it now to you, and then we will start, I think, with the next 1 or 2 slides with our showcase.
I would say we can skip the USP because it's double.
Okay.
Here, one slide, who we are. We are a young company. We are 2 years old now, and we have also a young team with a lot of fun. Because if you think about game development on gaming platforms for kids, there are no experienced project managers in the world. So our team is really young, and we have a lot of fun together. And but also the professionality and the UX experience to design this one. But let's talk about our use cases. I think it's more important. And if you have any questions about us and our team, please come back to us. Our customers are really big to different in different branches. We had a lot of experience, as you can see, in financial education or in finance, in the finance branch, because I don't know why, but finance branch are really, really innovative currently. I think it's more about how you can make money sexy, yeah. And that's the reason why we have a lot of innovative banks in our customers. But enough talked. Let's talk about what we have done and which cases we have in our portfolio and what we have done in the metaverse.
Yeah, one moment, because the videos will not be started, but I reload this now and then I can show you the videos. This should be not a problem.
Otherwise, we can go directly in the words.
Yeah, I think this would be the best because yeah, the videos are not playing. At the end here it does work, but there are 2 or 3 videos who not really work. I don't know why. But I would share the screen and show you, for example, Roblox.
Yeah, you have to
That's the
share
first
and
one.
I have to explain.
Yeah, I will start now. Money Genius Island. This is one of the games in Roblox what we have done with Landesbank Baden-Württemberg. Yeah, this
Yes.
is
It's it's new, and as you can see, it starts in an area where you can read something, where you can discover what's happened in the world. And if you finally have all informations together, yeah, as you can see, it's not enough money to shop something. Yeah, it's a prototype. It's not this one is not the real world. It's a prototype. But here you can see who is the top player and the top bank account. Yeah,
and you
it's
see
me.
this is Sandra.
It's me, and if you see, there are a lot of other people here. Sometimes there are. Yes, sometimes we have we have visitors here because normally this world is only a prototype, and we are in developing of the new one. Here you can see yeah, Engen is too fast. Here you can see
I'm
the
sorry.
branding. Yeah, you can see the branding, and if you have a look at you don't have the glider. If you can see a lot of money is laying around, then you can go to the bank or to the final destination. And please go outside to the bank.
To BW Bank.
Yeah. And here you will find the brand. Yeah, and you can discuss or you can see what the owner is of the world. Then you can put your money on the bank, then you receive interest for that. You have a lot of explanation about what is money and how important is it to put it on the bank. And then you have a lot of mini games. The mini games are focused on different contents. The first mini game, the mini game in Japan, is your first job. It's the target group here is 10 to 15. And if you have your first job, then you receive money for your first job, and you have to bring the money to the bank, because sometimes there are robberies, and the robberies take your money if you don't be care about that. So that's the reason why we decided to put it in a kind of child world to give this feeling of the first job, where you can make money, and then you can change the money from Japan yen in euro, and can go home to your normal world and can use the money to buy something. Yeah, it's really easy, but you can teach children through gaming in an easy way. and then you can go back. And the second mini game here is an obby. Yeah, in Roblox it calls obby, where you can learn something about liquidity and bank accounts and Giro or credit cards. And it's a lot of fun to do some really hard and easy obbies. And if you are at the end one of the top players, you can take your money with you back. Yeah, and that's that's really funny for the kids. Yeah, and the obby is really nice because you will die if you fall down in the water. Yeah, and you will lost your money, or half of the money you will lost if you die. So there are some really good gameplays in the context of money, where you have to okay. Now you are really.
I saw there are the red
Yeah.
dots. Okay, yeah, I understand. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a kind of branding for in context of learning. Yeah, and it's really funny for the children to play that. Yeah, and we play that with currently we play that with schools, and later it's more about branding and show what banks are and what kind of Sparkasse we have, and yeah, it's really funny. It's one of our biggest project currently because it's fun. Okay, Engin, I think you died one times too much.
Yeah. So then I will start the game from Fortnite, and then we can have a look to Minecraft. Are there already some questions from your side or something what you want to know? You can write it also in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. I don't know, or you have to raise your hand, I think.
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions, drop them in the chat or raise your
Okay.
hand and we can bring you off mute. But at the moment, there's nothing in chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Then I will share again the screen to show you what I have pressed now. Now. Okay, now you will see a corporate game from Fortnite, what we have done here. This is a corporate hub, what you can use, for example, as a digital twin or something to use for onboardings and so on, or to start a story for a game from you. So we have here, for example, something where we show us by ourselves, as Sandra and I, for example, because this is a corporate hub from us to make here a showcase. We have our employees here who has everyone something to tell you. And what we also for what we can use this is not only for presentations and so on, also for interactive parts, because there are also some other ways to use this kind of a game. For example, here, hopefully it works very fine here with Security City. The matchmaking is already done. We have done their cybersecurity showcase where you are in a city where you play. If you visit our corporate, for example, and city where you will be a security officer or a security employee, you will start with a tutorial, and after this tutorial, you will be able to go into a cyberpunk world, into the data stream, where you have also some challenges to master. Here now you will see also the tutorial area where you gain your information, what you have to do, and your quest system, and you have here the possibility to start a tutorial, for example. Then you can start this here to gain some knowledge about the game. So after that, you have the possibility, after the tutorial, I hope I will be very, very fast now, to start with your work, to come to your workplace as a hacker. For now, here you can make your tests. Then you receive here, for example, the quest that you have to go to your hacker room to gain, to receive your tools and equipment, and also to hack into a system. And this is kind of a game what you can use, for example, to receive some information about cybersecurity. And yeah, you can place this here as a corporate brand. And what I can show you now is I go to the lobby now, only to skip some points of this tutorial, also to come to your security game. Also, when you are further, so this is that you are already in the game where you have to find something in a cyber city in the data stream, and then you will have there to solve some challenges, for example, also some parkours, and to find some items to gain access to the security holes. Hopefully the loading, okay, the loading is already working. This is the point what I want to show you now, also to that you see how this can look like. And then we can also switch to Minecraft. For example, here you will start in such kind of a city. You have here 3 of these areas with data packages what you have to find to gain access to a server room. And at each of these areas are different challenges. I will show you now one. Hopefully I'm fast here to find the right one. Yeah, here's one is here at this end. Yeah. Okay. After these 3 challenges, you are able to open the server area. Now I am there. Here you see you will have to come to the end of this challenge. When you jump, whoa. When you jump here, you see you can fly. You have here different opportunities, possibilities. This is checkpoint, for example, what you can put in. Wow, I'm really too fast here. And at the end, you receive something you will need. So the story behind this challenge is that you are in the data. So this is a data city. Okay, this was not good. Yeah, then you will have your respawn at the checkpoint area and so on. So this is, for example, Fortnite. What you can, how you can place yourself as a corporate, for example, also with other things what you can do. If you want to see also the Nike world, for example, you can place products and so on, but product placements is on topic, for example. So Minecraft, then I will start the banking game. Just 1 minute. Then I will show you the game, what we have done with Raiffeisen. I have only to check where I'm to show you where I am here now. 1 moment. So where it is, because I have before I share, I have to teleport myself to an area where I can show you something.
Luke, thank you for voting or promoting our world in Roblox.
So that's a few seconds, then I'm ready. Yeah. So now we can share the screen again. Hola. So now we are in Minecraft. This is the starting area of the financial literacy game, for example, with Raiffeisen. Here you will have a README NPC who tell you something about the whole game and what is the target of this game. We have here, as I already said, game 1, 2, and 3. In a portal room here, here is also the access to game 4 in future. The game 4 is also at the end stadium. But if you see here, we have at each game different content. Here is the content history of banking and the interests in the 19th century, with an overall goal to earn 64 coins and learn about the beginning of banking. At game 2, we are at the 20th century with budgeting and saving. We have here a time travel, and here you have a different overall goal. And also at the end, the last game, game 3, has the online security, digital frauds, and how to prevent them in the 21st century, so in the now time. At each level, if you end those games, you gain a badge. This badge you will need to open the next level. As you see here, this has been closed. If you put in your badge here, because you have finished game 1, then this will open and you can gain access to game 2. But only to see how this can start. We have here the start of game 1, where you receive also the information to the 19th century and what is your work, what you are doing, and what is the story behind this. Here, for example, you are a mine worker who needs to earn money and so on. And the target is here financial literacy. So we receive here the info to go then outside and to talk to Friedrich. Friedrich is everywhere in the game, who give you some important informations, and yeah, he inform you about the standards, what you have. For example, you have a stove, a bed, something to eat, and the safe. And the safe is under your bed, where you can safely store the money you have earned, and so on. And if you have done this, you can start your work. As you saw, I have received 2 coins and working material and have to read here as a player. You see the particles on the way, they will guide you, follow them to get to the next quests, and so on. So we have here a particle line who guides you through the whole quest system we have on the side. For example, you see here, go outside, follow the black path, and talk with Friedrich, and so on. So this is a game, as already said, what we have done with Raiffeisen here. We have here a branding inside. We have financial literacy content, where you gain benefits when you when you receive these informations, that you gain benefits, financial literature and individuals in gaining interest. Next, what is interest? To receive here the content and so on. When you have done everything, you will have a huge amount of coins, for example, 2. But at the first step here, you see you have go to the mine and you have to answer questions what you have learned from the content, what you, for example, received now. Here we receive an information which statement about the concept of interest is true. Borrowing money, interest is always positive for your bank account, and so on. And you have to click here on the correct answer. If you do this, you will receive some help to come through this floor as a lava. So these are also concepts what we are generally using in games with game-based learning. One moment. And only to show you a little bit more, what you have here too, at the end of game 1, you have here the must-have to do is to go to the bank and come into this bank and place your money in a safe way, because you will be bankrupt and you will lose all of your hard-earned money and so on. This is also a story in this game. But please understand, I jump really around about this whole content now. So this is normally a storyline what you are going through. Here to gain access to the bank, you have again question and answering system to open these games. But I want to show you how this looks like here, because
our time is over in
okay,
1 minute.
I'm sorry.
So let's give the possibility to ask some questions.
I'm sorry, my fault. Yeah, then if there are questions, please give us now the opportunity to answer. I don't think so.
Nothing in the chat. So if anyone does have any questions for our speakers, feel free to either raise your hand or pop them in the chat and we'll get those answered for you. That was a really, really good session though, guys. I mean, I'm an avid gamer myself, and seeing things applied that way it's really interesting. And makes me wish that I could do that too, but unfortunately I don't get the opportunity to do that kind of thing, sadly. So
yeah, it's funny business. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
No questions.
I suspect.
Okay.
Which makes me think that you've answered everything that could have possibly been asked. So
hopefully. Yeah.
Or too much.
Or too much. Either way. Either
Overwhelmed.
way, looks to be good.
Okay, then Luke, have fun with playing Roblox and be curious about the new one. In end of October, we published a new one, and it's much more better than now. Yeah, much more, because it's not longer a prototype. It's the real world, and yeah, be curious about that. Really nice
times. Exciting times. Lovely. Thank you very much again, both, for that wonderful presentation, and I look forward to seeing more from you guys in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Lovely stuff.
Bye bye.
Thank you again.